Before I start, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. And if this is your first time, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, share. And I just want to say if you are a healer, if you do any Reiki healing, or you don't have to be a healer, if anybody out there, if you can send me a positive healing energy my way, that would be nice. Um, my left ear been killing me lately because after I went swimming, and I think I don't know the water with the chloride in it kind of affected my ear and stuff like that. So it's just a little pain on my left side. But so during this audio, if I'm speaking too loud and sometimes I'm speaking low, it's because I can't even hear my own volume. It's like my left ear just gave up on me or something. But I've been meditating and taking, medicine. So, anyways, thank you for tuning in. That's enough about me. Um, let's first of all, someone sent me a message in the email two times to touch on lucid dreaming, right? So I'm gonna just touch on lucid dreaming just a little bit. What worked for me, right? There's a lot of ways that you can, start manifesting or doing a lucid dreaming tricks, right? I always ask myself, why do you need an alarm clock in this reality, right? Why do you need an alarm clock in this reality, right? The answer is for a lot of reasons, right? You set your alarm clock to wake up, you up in this reality, right? Your alarm clock goes off, it wakes you up, you're gonna go, go to work or whatnot, right? Now, the key word here is wake you up. So what I'm saying is, what if you can do the same when it comes to lucid dreaming? I mean, what if you can set yourself as an alarm clock so you can wake up in the dream world? You know where I'm coming from? So, is this possible? Yes, it is. But of course, you will not be able to set the same alarm clock in this physical, reality, in this physical world. To wake up in your dream world, you will need to set a subconscious alarm clock. To do this, you're going to have to set this subconsciously alarm clock in your waking life first. So for you to set this alarm clock in your dream world, you're going to have to subconsciously set alarm clock in your waking life, right? So it can wake you up in your dream world, of course. Now, there's a lot of methods you can use to do this. For example, you can tie a string on your wrist during your waking life, everyday life. And from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, take at least 1 minute staring at this, at the string on your wrist and tell yourself with your thoughts, consciously and subconsciously, if I don't see this string on my wrist, I am dreaming. Now you can do this, a week. Sometimes it works, it takes 2 weeks, sometimes it takes 4 days. It depends, right? Another example I used is I looked at my hands daily. I'll just look at them. I mean, don't walk around like you're a zombie, whenever you get a chance. It's just reminding you, so you're setting your alarm clock right now, right? In this physical reality. So what I did is I look at my wrist and then I tell myself like 6 times a day, and I tell myself before I close my eyes, and I tell myself that if I don't see this string on my hands, I am dreaming. And I do this even, especially when you're going to bed. You want to do your best trick. You want to take 5 minutes, especially when you're going to bed. Just lay there, look at your wrist, or if you have a string on your, on your wrist, you just say, before I close my eyes, right? If I look at this string on my wrist, that means I am dreaming. And then if you're looking at your hand, you can say, before I go to sleep tonight, if I look at my hands, that means I'm dreaming, right? Now, this trick worked for me within a week. Now, there's a lot of tricks you can use when you do this, but when you do this trick, what you're doing is, yeah, that's right. There's a lot of tricks that you can use. Let me reverse that a little bit. There's a lot of tricks you can use. What I mean by that is you you are a creator, right? You can be creative. You can use anything to wake you up in your dream world, right? Anything. But you gotta set the alarm clock in your waking life, right? So when you do these tricks, what you're doing is you are sending a message to your subconscious mind to wake you up in your dream so that you'll be consciously aware that you are dreaming, right? You get the trick over there? So you're literally daily reminding yourself that, hey, if I do this, before I go to sleep, if I do this, I just know that I'm dreaming. If I don't see this watch or this string on my hand that I tied, that means I'm dreaming, because in reality, I have a watch. So why I don't have a watch in this reality? That means you're dreaming. That's your alarm clock, right? You're saying it. So, and one question I want to ask is, you ever wonder why you see the kind of car you want to buy everywhere all of a sudden? You want to buy a red car, all of a sudden you see that kind of car, you wanted to buy everywhere. It's like, you'd be like, oh, there goes this kind of car I want to buy. There goes this kind of car I want to buy. But before, you didn't used to see this car. It was invisible to you, right? And this is because you put a lot of focus on this kind of car subconsciously, to where now you're seeing it everywhere consciously. The same goes to lucid dreaming. If you focus on, setting your alarm clock, your tricks every day, in the dream world, your subconscious will remind you that, hey, remember you said if you do this, you are dreaming. And trust me, it worked for me. I looked at my hands, I was like, oh, I looked at my hands, I was like, oh, I'm dreaming, right? So it worked. It's like setting an alarm clock, right? So when you do this daily, because focus is the key over here, right? So when you do this daily, when you go to sleep, I guarantee you, your subconscious mind will remind you, hey, you said if you do this and you don't see this, or this happens, that means you're in a dream world. And now you're aware that you're dreaming, and now you're in a lucid dreaming, right? Because the focus over here is you setting your alarm clock daily. The best part, part of you focusing on your alarm clock daily is when you go into bed, because this is the last time or the last thing you're seeing before you sleep, and your subconscious will record that. It'll remind you that. Why? Because everything you're doing over here is the law of attraction, right? You have to work because it's the law of the attraction, right? So you can say, I want a lucid dream. You can do the steps, but if you're not focused, because you focus because you send a message to your subconscious mind, hey, I want to do this. If you're not focused, if you're not, feeling it, it's not going to happen. Then you're just physically doing it. It doesn't have to be lucid dreaming. It could be anything. If you're not focused, if you're not seeing it happening, it's not going to happen, because you're not using the law of attraction in it. So you're just doing it just to do it physically. There's not going to be a result because there's no focus on here, right? So I just want to say, if I've been, loud in and out of my voice, my apology. My ears been killing me. So thank you for being here. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. And I will see you on my next audio. I have a story that I want to share. It's about this woman. Her name, I cannot give it, but I asked if I can share this story on my channel. She said sure. So it's about her experience in hell, and she wants me to, to put my input, what I think about it. So I will see you in my next audio. Ciao.